welcome back to my channel for another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Jess, and y'all, I know it's been a minute. I have missed y'all so much. It's just been crazy, you guys. Like, I still have Christmas out, y'all. So I think my last video that I filmed was my December decorate with me. So yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, hello, welcome back everybody. I'm doing amazing. I hope you guys are as well. So excited for a new gardening season, you guys. A ton of stuff is happening around my property, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So today I'm going to be kicking off my garden cleanup with me. If you guys have been following along over the years, you know that I like to do this kind of like broken up into sections, because at this point I think I have like 15-ish beds to clean up around my property now. So yeah, I do like to break it up just so I'm not as overwhelmed with cleaning. If you're new to my channel, I do garden here in Zone 7B in North Carolina, and my garden is fairly new. I've been gardening for about 5 years now. Most of my garden, I'd say about 90% of my garden consists of clearance plants. So that is my passion, you guys. I just love rescuing plants, rehabbing them, and just watching them grow. So my garden is still pretty new, a lot of new, fresh baby plantings, so it's not mature. Also not much to look at right now because we are at the end of February, so things are just starting to wake up. But I do need to do some cleanup, cut things back, and just kind of like tidy up and get ready for the season. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around. I'm going to show you what it's looking like so far, and then we'll get to work. All right, you guys, so I'm standing at my front door. Here is what the front garden is looking like. Very bare and dormant compared to what it normally looks like. If you guys have been following along, you know I jam-pack this bed every single season, and it blooms beautifully, but this is what it looks like coming out of winter. So I do have a few perennials in here that I need to cut back. I need to cut back my anemone there. These two boxwoods I just popped in the ground to overwinter, so they'll be coming out and relocating later on, maybe like mid-April-ish. I don't want to dig them up now because we still are expecting like thunderstorms and freezing temperatures later this week. So it's only February, you guys, but the plants are waking up. You guys did see I cut back my gigantic hosta last fall and divided it, and look, you guys, it is starting to come back. So I'm so excited. These are two hydrangeas here that I popped in the ground to overwinter, and not sure if I'm going to keep them here or not. We'll see how they do. They may get a little bit too much sun like in the middle of summer, but we'll see how they do. Got some hostas tucked in here that have not peeked through yet. Need to like shape up my euonymus here a little bit. Definitely need to cut back my spent blooms here, you guys. My autumn joy season, whew, it's doing amazing, you guys. It's already starting to flush out with new growth, if you can see that down there. So exciting. So yeah, I need to cut those back. Definitely need to cut back my mums as well. This one is actually pushing out some new growth, you guys, so that's exciting. Need to cut back my ferns here. These were just tucked in to overwinter. These will be relocating to the backyard. Still have some of my ground cover here that I'm like trying to eventually get rid of, you guys. This is actually my favorite ground cover. This is chocolate chip ajuga. Blooms beautiful purple flowers in the springtime, but I kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of looked messy to me. So I've been trying to get rid of it slowly. My daylily is coming back already. And y'all, this, do y'all remember this? I will insert a picture for you guys. Do y'all remember this mum from the fall? This was labeled as an annual mum, and it is flushing out with new growth, you guys. I'm so excited because this mum is gorgeous and it's huge. So happy that that is coming back. Also, some of my other perennials are peeking through. I got some mums tucked in here. These mums I need to cut back. These are like perennial mums that, I don't know, y'all. I think I'm going to actually dig these out because I don't really like how they look here. But my little daffodils are starting just barely to peek through, and it looks like they are naturalizing, so I'm excited about that. Also got a drift of salvia peeking through here as well. So not too much up here, you guys. You know, I leave the front border for my like annual planting normally. I did come out here yesterday and clean up around my ring here. I cleaned up all the lamb's ear. So that is done. That is like the biggest project for me, other than my lovely Limelight hedge down here. So definitely need to tackle those, cut back some of the spent blooms. And then, yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for the front yard. Need to clean out my pot back there with my hibiscus tree and I think I had some alternanthera planted down there underneath. I just need to clean out the whole pot, you guys. My grass, y'all, is already starting to flush out. I did come out here a few weeks ago, put down my pre-emergent as well as my fertilizer, so it's starting to like flush out with new growth. I'm going to put down another treatment today because it's supposed to rain later this evening, so I want that to water in. Over here, hey, and then over here, you guys, look at my hedge. They're doing so well. They put on so much growth. They've like doubled in size, you guys, almost tripled in size actually. So I think I'm going to keep them kind of woolly looking probably for the next season, and then I'll start trimming and shaping them. But these grow super fast, you guys. I cannot wait for them to fill in. My little baby that got trampled here when they dumped all of the soil last year is struggling to come back, but I think it'll survive. And then this one over here, you guys, I don't know what's going on with this one. This one has been wilted ever since I planted it, but it's still pushing out a bunch of new growth. Like, look at that. So I think it'll be okay. I'm just going to come in and top off some of the soil around the root ball, and then I am going to be reseeding this area over here because, as you guys will remember, I planted mostly ryegrass over here, which dies out throughout the summer. So I'm going to reseed this to get this nice and green again. And that is pretty much it for the front yard. I decided to leave all of my leaves here in the bed for them to decompose. I'll probably remove maybe like a thin layer of them just so I'll have room to like plant and top it off with mulch. But yeah, not too much cleanup here. Gonna do a little bit of pruning on some rogue limbs on my tree. And then y'all ignore this here. So they are in the process of installing AT&T Fios underground here. So they have been like trenching through everybody's yard. Every single yard they've dug up, like they had to dig down like a good 5 feet because all I could see was his head sticking out of the ground. So had to reseed my grass here. But this bed here, I've just let it do its thing. I have not done anything in this bed at all, like I think in the last year or so. So I'm just gonna come in, blow out some of the leaves, top it off with some mulch, and then y'all still have not connected my drip. So hopefully I'll get to that sometime this year. If not, like this bed is pretty drought tolerant, so don't really need to water it or hand water it that often. And then over here is my barberry bed. This bed, you guys, will be getting an overhaul at some point. So just have a few like shrubs in here that I really need to clean up. I need to blow out all of the leaves, give this abelia here a nice trimming. I've got 2 barberries there, and then those 2 over there are barberries as well. The one in the center is a euonymus, and then another abelia over there. So this Japanese maple here in the center needs a cleanup, but it is starting to put on its buds already for the next season. I think I'm going to leave this here one more season, you guys, just because I don't have plans or know where I want to move it next year. But this is definitely coming out this season. This is my butterfly bush. It's starting to grow out into the street, so that is going to be coming out. And then lastly, a little barberry that just needs a little cleanup down here. And I need to clean out these are some annual, I think, petunias I had planted in the elephant, so I'll pop those out as well. And then this is where they trenched as well over here. So they're reseeding through some hay down, reseeding the grass in this area. And then I also need to cut back my fountain grass. So that is what I want to work on today. I've already cut back my Limelight here. This is the one that fell over in the storm last year. So that one's already been cut back. I do still need to cut back the one over there. So that is the gist of what we're going to work on today. Not sure how much I'm going to get done because the clouds are rolling in, but let's go ahead and get to work. All right, one more tree down, and you can see I cut out all the little small wimpy stems that were smaller than a pencil and just have the big strong stems left. I think I might go in and cut these here. See how they're crossing? These two right here. Might have to cut one of those out, but one more tree done.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive.
All right, so I got all my grasses cut back, you guys. This is one of the chores that I really hate every year just because they're getting big. All this dirt here, I will probably plant up and just mulch over. This is where they had to dig up and trench and stuff. So glad to check this off my list.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long.
All right, y'all, 2 down, and I've got about 20 more to go around my property, but just wanted to take a minute to show you guys what I'm doing. This is not a how-to video. I do have how to prune hydrangea videos on my channel. Just search them. But this is what it should look like when you're all done. Just the real thick, strong stems left. So basically anything that is smaller than a pencil, I'm cutting that out. So if you guys can see on this one, there's a ton of skinny little branches, like over here, all these little wimpy branches. Those I cut out and I just leave the big, strong stems like these. So that way, when they bloom, these huge blooms, they're able to support them. So as you can see, mine are still standing pretty upright, and that is due to the prune job that I give them every year. So I'm gonna keep going and I'll show y'all what it looks like after. All right, y'all, so I think I'm gonna have to stop the video here for now just because it's about the downpour. So I did get 2 of my Limelights completed. I still have the whole rest of this hedge down here to finish, as well as all of the ones in my backyard. So a lot more pruning to come. I did also finish up my tree up here. So this one is done. And then up here, I did just pretty much do a light little cleanup, you guys. I did cut back all of my ferns up here, cut back my mums. I have one that's already coming back. I'm hoping the other 2 will survive. I'm thinking next year, you guys, I actually want to plant some bulbs here, so I'll have some nice, pretty spring color. I think that will be cute. And then I did cut back my pansies that I have here in my planters, hoping they'll flush out with some new fresh blooms and growth. Daylily was fine, so I didn't really do much here. I did cut back my mum as well as my sedum, and then kind of just cleaned up the rest of the debris that I had in this bed. All the leaves, I'm just going to mulch right over them. They can decompose. I'm going to wait to mulch this bed until I plant my annuals. So pretty slight cleanup up here, you guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on with my little cryptomeria here. Like, I feel like the same thing is happening with the plant that I replaced last year. So I'm going to wait until actual spring arrives. If it doesn't start showing like signs of new growth and doing better by April, I might just dig it out and replace it with another boxwood. Kind of sad because I really love the texture here, but I don't know. It's not looking too hot, y'all. So anywho, that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. I'm so sorry it was short. I got as much done as I could before the rain came, but hopefully I can get back out here sometime later this week. I'm so excited to start another season, you guys. I'm hoping this year will be a lot smoother. We had a lot of storms last year, so praying for a better season. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it motivational. I hope you're inspired to get out in your gardens and start cleaning up for spring. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Subscribe if you're interested in following along, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Peace.